This is my 1966 Comet. I've had it a couple years now. Well, probably more like 5, but I haven't done nothing with it in the past couple years. I plan on starting back on it again. You can see here I welded in some bracing, stiffen it up a little bit down there. I have to do some repair work to the rockers yet. You can see there are a couple little holes here and there. I need to put new rear quarters on it. And all I could get at the time were the cheap ones on eBay, which aren't perfect, but for what I'm doing with the car, I think it'll be fine. I just want to make a nice daily driver. I can drive back and forth to work all summer long. Toying around about maybe putting a mild 302 in it, or I don't know. I just don't know yet. I'm slowly replacing the little pieces of the outer wheelhouse until I get it all fixed. I did that to the other side. I'll show you that in a second. I made this whole lower piece here, and get to the inside of the trunk. I made the inner lower trunk drop-offs, this piece here, the inside where the gas tank goes in, I made all that. This rear piece behind the gas tank, made that. Same as this side, made that and that. Blended it all in to the existing part. These little trunk supports are from, I believe, a Mustang. They didn't have none for a Falcon or a Comet, so you gotta do what you gotta do. There's a pig. So on the other side, I extended that down once I get the rear quarter on. You can see on the other side, I have the rear quarter on. Sorry for the, it's kind of pushed up against the wall here, so it's kind of hard to see. Back to the driver's side, you can see I got it all welded in. My first time ever doing this. I got the car really cheap, and I just wanted to see if I could do it myself. And I think I did a decent job. It's not high end, but it worked for me. You can see I got some rust around the rear window opening. I got this one from a 1967 Cyclone that I parted out, and that was actually good on it, but the rest of the car was pretty rusty. It was just a parts car. So moving to the interior, the floorboards were rusted out, especially the driver's side. So I welded all in new floorboards. And the passenger side was pretty solid. I didn't really have to do much to it. You can see a little bit up in the front, the toe board there. But the rest of it, oh, they're a little bit right where the seat mounts. Made a new piece for that and welded it in. And then the rest of it was pretty solid. And then back here, you can see I welded in a little panel there, a little piece there to the, well, I don't know what you call that thing, the upright part. And there's another little piece I welded in there. And the toe board, I welded all that in, fixed it. This front fender's just kind of sitting here. along with the passenger side. The car was really pretty solid except for where it was rusty. I know that sounds a little funny, but it really wasn't that bad except for where it was rusted. Because everything else, like the engine compartment, is really solid. The doors didn't have any rust on them. The front fenders don't have any rust on them either, but you can see where it was hit in the front a little bit and it smushed in. So I got a lot of repair to do to try to get that straight. I think I'd rather weld in little rust panels than fix dents. I'm just never done it before, so. So someday I'll get this back on the road. This is a 3-speed on the, automatic car, column shift. And I bought a 67 Cyclone, like I said earlier, that was pretty rusted out, but it had a 9-inch rear end in it. 4-speed clutch pedals, the power brakes, and the Cyclone hood. So the car was worth the parts that it had into it. So I wasn't really worried about losing my money on that car. But this rocker panel is going to be a little tough to fix. I bought these aftermarket ones on eBay. And they're pretty much junk. I don't know what the heck they're supposed to be. The contour doesn't even match the original. It's just flat and then it blends down. The original is supposed to be a continuous curve. I don't know, they're junk. I'm just gonna have to cut out the rusted spots on the existing one and weld new pieces in, because that ain't working. So I have no real set goal on when it's going to be on the road. I just work on it when I feel like it. I never intended it to be like a 3-year project and have it on the road. I have other cars I have more interest in at times, and so I messed around with them. Like the Mustang here, 69, and my 63 Falcon. Maybe I'll show them a little bit later in a different video if I keep doing this. So that's where I'm at.